This video is going to be for you if you find yourself kind of stuck in the healing process. So if you find yourself, on a path where you've been working on yourself for a long time, maybe you're in therapy, maybe you're on meds, maybe, you meditate and do yoga, but things aren't fully releasing and you just feel like you can't quite get out of these patterns, I'm going to be talking about the missing links that I found that are absolutely imperative to fully heal. So stay tuned. Hello, my name is Adam, and I help people unpick the locks in their minds and untie the knots in their bodies so that they can ground their highest and greatest self here on earth. I have been healing for 17 years. I have done nothing but that for 17 years. It has given me the opportunity to see many different modalities, kind of what works, what doesn't work. I started in rehab. I started in therapy, on psych meds, cognitive behavioral therapy approach, taking contrary action, doing things that I didn't feel like doing. Then I went to diet, yoga, meditation, chiropractors, neuromodulation technique, energy clearing, soul shard retrieval, shamanism, plant medicine, and a whole bunch more. And it all helped. Just to sum up kind of what happened with me really quickly, I was in rehab. I had seen a number of therapists when I was younger, and they didn't really help very much. And I got to this therapist in rehab that was amazing. I thought he was brilliant, and I loved him, and he helped me a lot. And he helped me unpack my childhood and understand my relationship with my mother, my relationship with my father, and kind of why I got into drugs. And I remember getting to this point with him, though, where I was like, look, I now understand why I react the way I react all the time. I understand why I'm in fear. I understand where my mind goes when someone talks to me. I understand why when I'm in a group setting and someone addresses me, I get flooded and I can't understand what they're saying because it's coming from my childhood, it's coming from being yelled at, it's coming from being lectured. I can see every pattern and what's happening, but I can't change any of them. What do I do to stop the reaction? And he looked at me and he went, I don't know. And I remember going, you're amazing, but that's not going to work. I want this stuff to shut off. I want to turn this stuff off. I want to stop feeling this stuff all the time. So I went on a quest, like many people. And real quickly, I'm just going to tell you what the two missing pieces are. One, it's your body. Your body. And the second is your emotions, and they're directly linked. Now, they do address emotions sometimes in therapy. But what often happens, not always, is we tell the stories of our past traumas. And in doing that, we just relive the traumas. You just end up re-traumatizing yourself. And it's not that the story doesn't matter. I love stories. We're all storytellers. Telling new stories helps to change the story. But it's more the mechanics of the story. There's a few things in the story that you want to kind of reduce the story down into. Belief systems, emotions, and what it was that happened that threw your nervous system into a fight, flight, or freeze reaction that never completed. Because it's in that memory that didn't complete that the mind and the subconscious mind, subconscious mind is still running, that's keeping those reactions strong. And it's not until you get into your body and into the animal part of your nervous system that you can switch these off. So this is a very long topic. I'll cover it more in other videos. But the first step is starting to sense your physical vessel. Like notice your feet, notice your hands, notice your arms and your legs. Just notice what the sensations are and start asking questions like, are they sharp? Is it cold? Do you feel hot? Do you feel tingly? Do you feel relaxed? Do you have a hard time even feeling it because it's overwhelming? Just start to sense. Not about telling a story about it. It's not about thinking about it. It's just about noticing it like an animal. That's why animals don't sustain trauma the way humans do. They don't have the extra part of the brain, the neocortex. They just go right back into the moment. You know, there's something scary. They shake it off. They shake off the energy in their nervous system. That's why breath work is, you know, becoming such a big thing. It's really good because it's bringing people into their bodies. They shake it off and they come back into the present. They're not carrying the memory and the event with them. And this is how you begin to shift that. The other missing link is really understanding how to feel, process, release, and embrace emotions. That, I would say, that is the single most important thing for all of humanity. Most people don't have a fucking clue what they're feeling, where it comes from, why, what to do about it. There's so much clunky confusion. You know, some people do nothing but only feel it and they don't take any action. Other people tell you to take action, and people never address their feelings. They try to think positive, but they can't because they have all these negative emotions that they don't want to feel because they're judging. As it happens a lot in therapy and just us in general. We tell stories about things that happen to us, but when we tell the stories, there's just a narrative and usually a judgment. It's like, oh, this happened and this happened and this happened and I hated this and fuck this and that person's stupid. That doesn't get you into your body or your emotions. So how do you get into your emotional states? One of the most important things is to connect the mind with your emotions, and that will actually bring you into your body. And you can try this. Like, start telling a story about, like, you know, I had to go to work and it was stupid and fuck work, and I hate my boss because of this, and I hate this person because of this, and I can't believe they made me do this, and they made me do this, and they made me do this. And they're just lists of the mind just stating things. Try feeling statements. I'm angry because. And when you say I'm angry, feel it. I'm angry because. I'm sad that. I'm sad because. I'm sad that I can't have the job that I want right now, or I'm not working the job right now that I want, or I'm sad that, you know, my girlfriend or boyfriend left me. And that will just bring up the emotion. And then it's a little scary at first because we're all kind of frightened of feeling. But as you let yourself feel it, it releases and it begins to dissipate. Whereas the story, only the story, just will suppress it and hold it all in there. You can do that with fears too. You can write these out. I'm afraid that I'm going to die alone. And when you call this up, you're basically calling it into the moment, which you access through your body, and it dissolves and it releases and you move through it. There's a lot more to talk about on both these aspects, but I wanted to just do a little bit of an introduction to them. So please leave any questions. If you have them, please comment below and like and subscribe to the channel. And I will cover more of this in detail in other videos. And I look forward to seeing you next time.